Hello, hello, hello. I'm sure you are all surprised to see me here. This is my patience on the horizon, sitting in for my Rachel. And today we have with us Ma Florence. Let me start by greeting everyone watching from ground one, from home front, from the diaspora, that I salute you all. And we have a brief moment with you today because of technical issues. So we're not going to have our regular 1.5 hours. It may just be an hour program. Thank you for joining in. We have a lot to discuss. Please share the link. Let others come in and comment as we go along. We are staying the course. The theme of the horizon is staying the course. And we are staying the course because we are fighting for the Ambazonia we want. We are staying the course because we are fighting for the Ambazonia we want. So please, thank you for joining us today. We'll talk about what has happened so far this week, and we'll talk about 20th May, that is coming a week from today. So please join in. Ma Flo, are you there to come in and say hello to everyone watching? As Ma Flo is joining, I first want to thank everyone who joined us as we celebrated Mother's Day on the 8th, this past Sunday, or was it the 9th, that we appreciate you. We are wonderful Ambazonia mothers that are sacrificing every day because a mother is a mother because of having kids, and every mother wants the best for their children. Welcome, Ma Flo.
Yes, Mape. Good evening to you. Now it's good day. And good evening to Ambazonians watching from all over the world. We greet you all and we salute you. 21 guns salute to our forces on the ground. We are here because you are there. And we are praying for you. Thank you, Mape.
So we will keep the seat warm for her till she comes back next week. Ma Flo, let's just start by talking about the urgent situation we have in the home front. Let's talk about this nightmare called 20th May. Let's make our people understand why 20th May is a cursed day. It's a day that we should never, never have in our vocabulary. But for now, we will talk about it so people understand why. We go back, before we even talk about 20th May, let's remind our people where we came from. Let's remind our people, my friend, maybe we'll talk this one for Pidgin English. Maybe we remind we people then about we small history where it differentiates us, Southern Cameroonians, the former British Southern Cameroons, from La République du Cameroon. Because if we not put things in perspective, things that you get lost in the middle of things. We get to understand, say, we be a younger nation than La République du Cameroon. Say, when the United Nations be decide, say, may African countries they get their own independence. This will be a decision will happen after World War II. So the United Nations decides to make African nations start getting their own independence. We, people from the former British Southern Cameroons, will be, as the name implies, administered by Britain. And because of that, we began to get our own day separate. La République du Cameroun will be a French trust territory. So of course, their own date for get their own independence began to be different. And it was the case. So we know say, in fact, we know say from 1946 to 1953, Southern Cameroons at that time was what they call a trust trust territory, Class B trust territory. From 1953, and that time, I'll even go back. At that time, they will be administered for Nigeria, just for make things easier for the British people. Then they will combine the administration of Nigeria and the former British Southern Cameroons. Now we call it Ambazonia. They will combine the administration for Nigeria for make it easier for them. And I don't really to say this one now probably became a curse for us, because if we reflect later on, I will talk with me. I think maybe that's why we ended up being where we are. This problem. Then for 1953, Southern Cameroon's representatives they walk out of the Eastern House of Assembly in Enugu, go form their own cabinet, where Dr. Endeli was the first premier. So from 1953 to 1961, that's what happened. And we don't always hear, say, Southern Cameroons, the former British Southern Cameroons, they began the first, now they have the first democratic elections, which took place in 1959 for that part of the world. Then, unfortunately, for 1960, this same United Nations, where they don't say, if I may, every country will be a colony, may they get their own independence. They go, she don't decide, say, for Southern Cameroons forget their own independence, may they get them by either joining La République du Cameroun or joining Nigeria. And they've already planned, say, La République du Cameroun will get their own independence on the 1st of January 1960. So 1st of January 1960, La République du Cameroun, they get their independence. So we go through all those wahala, the plebiscite, which unfortunately, we decide, say, we choose in our mind the less of two evils. We choose for joining La République du Cameroun. But it was as equal partners, meaning that on the 1st of October 1961, when that day where they give with that our own independence, we became an independent nation as the former British Southern Cameroons. We get our own independence. But on that same day, La République du Cameroun became a federation with us. So we became equal partners. Because we become equal partners, that year January 1st, when they began their own independence, not be too significant for them anymore at that time, because on that October 1st, 1961, we became a federation, equal partners, meaning say we get equal strength in all sense of the word. But Marflo, that's not what happened. On that 30th, September 30th, before the British they leave, they give power over to Ahijo. They don't give them over to Foncha. They give them to Ahijo. And Ahijo, in military, they've already occupied all our territories. The British they leave. So for that day, we became recolonized because we're not equal partners. Maflo, you want to continue the story right now before we go further?
Yes, thank you, Mape. 20th May for we na a curse day. Sometimes you dey ever talk sometimes say a curse and a blessing. No, it's a curse to Ambazonians. Even if we be join Nigeria, it will still be the same, it will even be worse. Because they always consider we say we're being a minority. And at the same time, we're being a threat. When somebody knows say you been a threat, what did the person they do? The person they try for make you look useless and feel worthless about yourself. Now the same thing will happen for we Southern Cameroonians. The history for Southern Cameroon it be very long, and if we need to start talking about the history now, we go there here the whole day. But may we no go too far, Mape. We just go for because we dey talk for the population, for the youth, then where they feel remember carrying long sugarcane for travel distances for go march pass. I no wan go too far. This thing, when I remember, the thing they vex me. The thing they vex me go pass. Say with the waka, what food in the hot for go march. Would the march na somebody birthday. If you imagine, what a terrible thing to make a whole people like we will go through what picking and they go through up till now. And I want to ask we the people them for home front say thing where we pass through, thing where our brother them pass through and our sister them pass through, we pass through. And then what picking then they pass through. It shows say if we not stop and now, what picking them, what picking grand picking them go still pass through the same thing. What we dey celebrate na Ahijo my birthday. No, we get to ask ourselves, say, now which day we begin independence? Which day we Southern Cameroon gain independence? Now which day French Cameroon get independence? Now 20th of May. No be 20th of May. When you see Nigeria and our neighbor, they dey celebrate their independence na 1st of October, no be so. Now the Independence Day that. Russia celebrate their Independence Day or their victory day na when? Yesterday. You need to go take victory day or your Independence Day, then go celebrate am for different day. For day wey suit you. No. This is a curse. Who say Ahijo a woman day? Who say Ahijo himself day? They don't die. So that means say we dey celebrate a Daimani birthday no. If we continue, let's say may we continue to celebrate 20th May. Just put and say, okay, it been a Ahijo woman birthday. He don't die no. When you die, they still celebrate your birthday. I want make some person answer me because this one they pass me. So my mommy and my papa them, we don't get sense now. When you dey live in the dark, day break, you know continue to live in the dark. You get for come for that darkness, enter you for daylight. We don't get daylight, we don't get sense. Now make we abandon that darkness, can we for daylight? That thing when me I get for cut the story short, my happy. They think they vex. If they think never vex any man, that means say I don't understand. It means say you know one come off for darkness. You want she don't you now only for that place. My happy I don't finish
Thank
for
you,
that
ma.
level now.
Yeah, thank you. And that vex get for go far for the same day where that problem is start, for that 1972, where they decide say made a change name from the Federal Republic of Cameroon to United Republic of Cameroon. They be choose that 20th May. When I remember that ballot where they be make people they go vote, they get a we and yes. Now for day that lie be start. My floor don't say na some woman the birthday, but that lie be start with that paperwork where they say make people they go vote. We ignorant people them, they see we and they see yes. So the two choices, they mean the same thing. Whether you choose one or you choose the other one, you choose the same thing. So these crafty people, them crafty, very unscrupulous people, them they put us for a position where eventually, and by the way, the federation, they don't start dying. They don't really get planned long time ago for kill all our institutions. Then, so now that they make us remove the word federation, you know, where we get a country where we get two stars signifying our two origins, change them to a United Republic of Cameroon. You know, even as we even talk about them, let's say that thing be happen. We will be peaceful people. Southern Cameroonians, they be peaceful people. Let's say that thing be happen that time. Things they change in the way they govern the country, where it make people them feel say they belong, say they get a right to be the best that they can, no matter the circumstances. Maybe things will be different. But this our issue. It not be an issue of governance. It be an issue of the fact say we get different cultural background where we've been a completely different people. My Flo don't talk how it vex way we begin for match. I remember 20th May as a student, for whether I be there for primary school or I there for secondary school or I there for high school, how will be the match. My goodness, wear uniform, be so proud. But that was ignorance as a child. I think we papa them, we mommy them, where they be know the history, it be burn their heart, they be the vex. Say this country don't spoil. So the West Cameroon way it be, they call them West Cameroon in those days when it be a federal combination with East Cameroon, the one where they be know 'em, how everything be governed from Buya, how we clean and well administrated schools and hospitals, the streets that be clean. That was all gone because of selfishness. And we know say this day where these people did insist say na important day, as my Florent say, it be a meaningless day. The only important day for our history, na October 1st, 1960, from 1961, where we get independence. Any other day will come about because of La Republic manipulations. We get for teach our people, they made it understand. Say eventually, in the long run, when we get we country, when we rule we country as na the plan eventually, those days will not exist anymore. If they like, they will continue for celebrate those days for their own land, for their own country, but then it not gonna be anything where we get for entertain. So my floor, the government, the interim government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I hate for use this phrase led by President Sako. We get for stop that one. Now only one interim government day. Only one president day. This interim government don't put down 2 days for lockdown, the 19th and the 20th, with good reasons. We don't see some video long time ago where some colonial governor for Southwest, or now one of the people that they threaten chiefs them, say the chiefs them go come out match with their people them for back. It not gonna happen for a land. If chiefs them want go match for La Republic territory, may they go match, but it not gonna happen for a land. So that on the 19th of May, when a Thursday, and the 20th of May, when a Friday, with people that will stay for house. as a sign, say they no be slaves, as a sign, say they no be special status citizens, as a sign, say they recognize only one important day in our history, when at the 1st of October, because of what happened in 1961 and what happened recently on the on in 2017. So that's why that day be important. That's where that day be very important. Ma Rachel, Ma Flo, people they be confused for home front. There should be no confusion. Any other information other than the fact say na 2 days for lockdown, therefore be ignored. If una don't hear the president a message out there, or president message from the vice president, message from the uh, Professor Ayim, and other messages will don't come out from different people, them the message be solid, one important information, 2 days. We get with normal country Sunday on that Monday. Then we be free for go around on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday we should on home. There's no need for we for uh suffer for this government for suffer people them. Say me they should on home for the whole week. That one I forgive La Republic too much power. Why you go suffer with people them? Forgive La Republic so much power. It don't make sense. My Flo, what do you think about this?
Yeah, thank you, Mape. We want to emphasize on this because Monday, normal country Sunday, when on Monday the 16th, Tuesday 17th, and Wednesday the 18th, na say make we go out, buy chop, buy our medicine them, carry our water, put them for house, so that for that 2 day them, for 19 and 20, when at Thursday and Friday, make we should done for house. This one they call and say na deviance. That's with the show say we don't understand who we be. We no go dey live under the control of La Republic anymore. But we you no get for be confused. Some people dem dey for outside there where they like for be too controversial. They like for show say they get power. They like for show where you dey look the difference between them and La Republic no dey. How person go give you a whole week? That means na 5 days from Monday to Friday. Make we no comot outside where you get for buy chop. That one make sense. People that dey get tomato for sell am, e go rot ten o. The one that dey get jama for sell am, e go rot ten. So na only 2 days we will get am. Make we stay for inside house, because 19 La Republic dey take am dey prepare their thing dem for national day. So we say no, make we no comot outside for that 19, no comot outside for 20. Any man wey can't stand tanda for outside again dey tell you say 1 week for inside lockdown, that one na lie person. That one na say he wan suffer you again on top of wetin we don already dey suffer. We no wan suffer our people. Mape, I be wan for talk about some small thing wey our people dem get for the be very careful, be very vigilant. These people dem be very very wicked. They be very very wicked. Because that day for where we talk say make dem comot when Tuesday and Wednesday, morning our normal country Sunday, Tuesday and Wednesday na day for comot go buy chop, buy our small small thing dem, can put am inside house. May we be very careful, because the enemy, if he decide for comot the attack people in that day, make we be very vigilant. For that particular 2 day, they will say no, una comot, buy una chop, buy una medicine. Get na only 2 days for tie rope for that 2 day then. I feel say our people dem for ground don't understand this one. No more confusion. Thank you, Mape.
That's true. And to just even add some small talk for this one, if we reflect the time where this interim government, we don't give longer period of lockdown, the reason was for international reasons, right? For when I say international, where we want to relate to the international community we get for help this our cause. When I remember the Antonio Guterres lockdown, we be been like a 2 or 3 weeks period, but in between they be give time for many people to go buy chop, come back for us, and then lockdown. That one be been an important statement for tell the international community, say we be our own, we get our own territory, we get our own issues, we get our boundary, we get our own government, and for tell them say they get for wake up, do something to solve this problem once and for all. Any lockdown we don't get them for we territory, we be long, get international connotation to it. We need to do it because of La Republic. Even the one for AFCON, I think it was like 3 days too. So why on earth will we, the interim government, do something this long for suffer with people when you don't get any international benefit? So well, if we not put that in mind, we have to get to understand, say, the rationale behind this makes a lot of sense. If it been as something where the international community get for see and react to it, then if it be a longer lockdown, but nothing like this. So yes, you're right, Ma. Again, for emphasize, we get to be very careful with our surroundings when we go out, because again, my flow don't talk, say these people they be wicked, La Republic be wicked. If you take advantage for harm with people them. So when I just be very careful as when I go about when I business. My floor, because of time, we start a little bit late. I just want to talk something briefly, and then I'll give you a moment to talk about something else. Um, the Department of Women's Services, we get we work in collaboration with a publishing firm, and we it be called the Storm Publishing Firm. So we get a program, a talk program, where we could be guests on the program on that same May 20th. Uh, Only say it happen now for time when uh, American time, it be early in the day. It be 8 p.m. for we time. It could only be the 21st for home front and for other countries and for Europe. But now for 8 p.m. Eastern time for here, and now 11 p.m. I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Pacific time, pardon me, and 11 p.m. Eastern time and 10 p.m. Central time. The purpose of this initiative now for talk about a thing called the theme of for that show now, fanaticism revealed, war on the ground. So this Storms Publishing House and Communication Network one bring our plight to the international fora. So meaning that other people there for world will see what it happen for Ambazonia. We not be the only guests. We go get some other guests when a woman from Ukraine. We go can talk about the Ukraine Russian war. So that made it understand why how people there for the ground that they suffer because of war. War being a very bad thing, a very evil thing. You know, we know say war don't be throughout history, even from the biblical times, and not just human nature. And when you want to look into war, you understand say the two main things. If you want to choose two things where they be behind war, the two main things behind war now money and power. Just those two things, money and power. Now it be the cause of war. You know, even if you want to talk about religious power or political power, na still power. So this woman, it want say, may people they join plenty the link will be shared out. Our ABC Amber TV go most likely show the show beam am on their platform on the satellite, so that one for home front and other parts of the world for Africa fit watch am. But people the way they do for diaspora, where they get access to YouTube and Facebook, it go important say make they join, watch this show, comment as it go on. So the three guests from Southern Commons will be uh, the interim house, the speaker of the interim house, Honorable Dr. Winnie Lombardi, and then the director of ABC Amber TV, Ma Emma Endili, and my humble self, my patients, will be the three guests for talk about the war for Ambazonia. And then there's another guest we will come talk about the war for the Ukraine-Russian war. So I plead the announce I'm here today because now just 1 week from today, so that make people to be aware of it and for understand say this information now for end up the goal now for may end up in the hands of uh, some very high ranking person, some person high in the Biden administration. Because what do we want for the long run? We want war for stop. We want wars to come to an end. Especially this we want for Southern Commons and Ambazonia, where it be such a stupid war, a silly war. And if it not come to an end, with people that they just die senselessly. Um, in fact, uh, La Republique, although it don't broke, it no care. Financially, it no care because for ye, we get all that resources where each take say eventually we go tire, we go give up, and then they will just flood their people in our lands and then get what they want eventually, which are our resources. Me, I don't talk from the beginning, say the cost of most war now money and power. So the source eventually they want the resources we go give them money, and they don't really care about the human beings the way they live for that area. Marriage, floor, uh, you don't hear about that meeting, right? We go happen a week from today. You get any comments about floor? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I just want for encourage our people then for home front say make the tie hard, make the whole grass because this war na marathon. Uh, and we the women of Southern Cameroonians we dey work very hard, very very hard for see say make our people then be free. Why I dey talk say make dey tie hard na because time when this war will start, people then just check say, oh, tomorrow we get for finish. Like you talk say, our enemy check say we go just get tired and we run comot, leave for land for them. E no go work. E no go work the way they check them because this one a marathon. And for inside marathon, if you look at marathon race, person wey e want for use marathon take sprint, e dey tire quick quick and e dey drop out. And na why we don dey see some of we dey try for use am as sprinter, try for sell out, try for discourage people, do all kind thing. Think the way they favor the enemy, at the end they will come talk say they dey fight war. No. Thing wey mama pay the talk for here. Na thing wey we don work for background, make can dey before you can dey announce am now. Say na thing that will be. And I be sorry for the time because what people dem for ground for they for like for watch am live. But because of the time where the people them why they carry out this project where they give we no fit alter am. We just want for say we be sorry If una notice anything we want for do we dey always consider time for home front. But this one, no be na we dey consider am. But una be rest assured say this program na mainly for outside for know wetin we dey go through, and then una go watch am after una don wake up from sleep. These people, they go take our program, what story, send am for that big people there for America, where that vice president for Biden, they call and say Kamala Harris. Then they go look am into it as well, just like they look Ukraine their own. Ukrainian woman they he go make her now, they go take their own, compare our own, say they go see am say our own don't go on for 5 years. No man no know am. How mean say how manage Ukraine their own come now only yesterday, they don't already sing am. Now because we dey we small, but we dey do our best for see and say make our story e be known. We no go tire, and we dey beg say make una no be tire for front. We dey for here because una dey for day, and una dey for day because we dey for here. We dey na one, and we dey try so hard make una no dey lis ten dem for this too much people dey way they dey make noise too much. They need to do nothing. They just want for, like my sister talk am here, say power. Some people they want for show say they get power too much. But where if you want look am, they want for take a sprint when a marathon. You know if you do the two at the same time. So my people then be very, very vigilant. If you get story, confirm am. We get number them for ABC way. If you call am, confirm am, say this one way they go on now, which one be which. If you be confused, you will always get somebody where it will come talk for una. So this program on the 20th of May for Diwa site, and then for that one aside, it will be on 21st. When I go stay tuned for 21st, the way it go run again for ABC, we wanna see what the way it be pass. Thank una plenty.
Thank you, Maflo. Maflo, I want to talk some small thing. I know so we don't pass for this 20th May palaver, but I don't know whether you will see that flyer and it may be for that for place where you there right now, the Horizon Forum. If you check them, maybe you'll see them for them. But there was a flyer where I be come across them where it announced we don't really talk about 20th May, but it announced 20th May lockdown for one day on the 20th. The thing where it strike me, what I want to bring it up and say, if you see the people where they sign up, because we don't really talk say this we struggle, this we quest for get control over our land, because we don't really restore our nation. We don't restore our independence. Now we want just make sure that we be in the position where we control our territory completely. If you see people the way they form collaborative platform where they be together, where they know they join LGAs and counties for work through there, but they do their own differently. You get for be wary of them. So there's an announcement where I be seeing. It not really affect us that much because they say the 20th, but I want to bring another story about this palaver. The people the way they signed this agreement on the 13th of May. Now they call them IG Care, where they be under Siseko. But when I know say Siseko not really be our leader anymore, it will be our leader before President Sako take over. So there's no way that if he come back be a leader. But we understand say the rule from jail, it be the La Republic get access to it. I don't know which kind of deal they get them for the background. We don't talk about that one every now and then. So you get they call them IG Care, you get the Egg of C, you get some other small groups that we would probably not know much about them. Ambazonia International Policy Commission, AIPC. You get part of SCNC. You get some people they call them IPOA. You get the consortium, which doesn't really exist anymore. Remember, I said this struggle because this consortium now a one-man show number John Bakuro. Remember, I said before we became the IG. You hear me, Maflo? Okay. It started from the constitutum to SCACUF to governing council, then to the interim government. So constitutum should not exist anymore. It just be clear cut. You get some TCA, the commanders of Ambazonia TCA. You get seven Qatar. You get something called AMF and a few more. The point I want to make and say, all these groups them now groups that will participate for the coalition of dialogue and negotiation conference will be happen for Canada. If we wanna see people the way they come together, where they no believe say that it be more involved in this our quest by being in the LGAs and counties and walking through the system where it be easily transportable to Ambazonia to continue in the governing, you know, say those people they don't care for we forget to boya. You know, say that people the way they get their own personal interests. Or you know, say that people the way they really believe somehow in united Cameroon, whether now united Cameroon through federation or any of the special status or whatever, that people the way they get that belief. So wait till the one bring this up now for say they say now only 21 day for lockdown, but they no really understand say La Republique get means for go around on the 19th for do things. So the point I really mean I say these people are not people to even listen to. Now people that will not really be part of La Republique, you know. And I will even just jump now to talk about something else. Unless you want to talk about that, before I talk about this kidnapping of this Mrs. Mundi.
Yes, Mape, the thing where I don't just dey look the flyer now. These are a confused bunch of individuals where they just, where have they been? You are coming to announce a lockdown as what? Who? So their own revolution are for the announce na lockdown. What is the strategy for the war? What have they been doing? That's the first question that comes to my mind. Mape. I say, when I see this kind of thing, and so I did look not true say the say La Republique fish she don't call we say will be full, but you know what? If not only you me and you Mape we will continue because this one done too much. All this one they line are now up to 15 different factions where they show for here. But
I know.
where are they fighting? So the interim government is fighting the enemy and then giving them a voice, right?
Absolutely.
For can
Absolutely.
announce lockdown. For can announce lockdown as what? As who? For what? So not only lockdown, not only 20 May can see and say if you fight enemy. So different people in the fight, bring up strategy, they can't destroy them, will bring up another one, they can't destroy them, they'll bring up another one. And then they just can counteract lockdown. Come on. Ambazonians are better than this. I beg my pay go for different I'll be happy say what people then for home front, they understand this thing, this game slowly. And I want for talk say if you there for home front, if you work and support these individuals, just know say one day you go fall for their trap and they go sell you for less than 30 pieces of silver. Be very careful when you're there for ground, you support this individual then. Thank you, Mape.
Yeah, thank you, Ma Flo. That last sentence we just make in fact, everybody for home front, if you get family member where they for diaspora, where it be somebody where you think say it be reasonable, even if it not be reasonable, find out from them exactly whether they prefer to be to stay with La Republique, or whether they go do anything for push this our struggle to the end. When I say the end are where we don't go sit down for that table with La Republique, decide on the future of both territories. Because yes, fight will continue for ground for a long time. But if you no go sit down for table, right now, when I hear about this Russian and Ukraine war, and if when I follow them every now and then was when I know say eventually they're going to go sit down for table, decide how it will end. Because they don't just continue like that forever. Now the same thing for Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, and La Republique. We get for sit down for table. So find out from your family members them. So what did they do for help? May we get to that table. Because there are some people them where they did for this struggle, with their own ultimate goal na for make money for their own selves, for their personal selves, for enrich themselves. That one are blood money. Blood money need to go far. Oh. They go enjoy now for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. But the Sunday go day way, it will lead to the end of their lives. Blood money need to go far. Judas the experiencer. So there's one particular person waiting for this way, what they call him, you know, the leader of ACOFC. I no one call his name, but when I know what they talk about him. That group that would they be in charge of kidnapping for ransom. This picking from the soil, when a born Ambazonian, but they work for La République du Cameroon, Mrs. Mundi, where they kidnap him. You know, you get to ask question them. People where they kidnap for ransom, for money, as well they don't do them several times for other people, their family members them. They do so because they don't get structure for raise funds for themselves for fight this war. And they don't get that structure for raise funds for fight this war now because they don't really believe in the war. One of them don't just saying Ambazonia an abstract thing. They don't believe in the concept of Ambazonia. So why should they bother? So for them now, money making machine for them to just enrich themselves. Starting from the time where one of them will go try that oil deal, a backup, a blow out for your face. So I talk this and I say, we not get for know who they really be devoted for this Southern Cameroon struggle for independence to be recognized internationally. We not get for know. In the long run, if you ask that question, say now who go really prefer, if given the choice for you to rule your own land, as we be doing in the early 60s, for rule your own land and for be part of a system where it be so corrupt, where you go always be second-class citizen, no matter how you be talented, no matter your level of education, no matter how far you be willing for work, no matter all those, there's somebody there out there when a French citizen, La République du Cameroon citizen, will go always be in charge, and you know go be in charge, no matter what you do. Why will you want to put yourself in that position? That's why we are fighting, because we know better. We've been there before. You know, we rule ourselves before. It's not foreign to us. If it be foreign to us, then maybe we'll say, oh, we don't know what to do. We don't really know what we want. But we know what we want because we've already experienced it. So this experiment, we don't get them for this over 50 years. Almost 60 years to be exact. Well, not really 60 years. I shouldn't even say almost. This experiment, we don't get them with La Republique. It don't fail bitterly. It don't fail. So it be up to us to do everything in our power to start building our own nation, But you know if you build your own nation, if you not fight for that nation to get it. And I'd be so proud of the ethics uh, commission, Matt Dorotingua and Dr. Ndula, for the work they do for the ethics, for the bring them to the community. Because what makes us different from La République du Cameroon? Na ethics. Think about it, my Flo. How will we get into the mindset of that person for that office where he be in charge of transportation, where they know say if you cross from A, you want to come out Boya, you go for Victoria. You get some spot for road where you go for stop, they made a check paper. How if he put them for that person head say, one person pass, all the books they in order, the person will go through. You know, will say, give me $500. But if the person never pays some books, that money where the person will pay, go enter inside government, not for your pocket. How do we get there? Na ethics, na education. So for all institutions, them for Ambazonia, people they get to be retrained from the bottom to the top. They say fish you rotten for head. So that top will give that example them. May it trickle down. And then the bottom will learn also. So that all those examples for ethical behaviors will go guide us, go make us a great nation. That's what we are fighting for. We can never be part of La Republic. Never. That's why we give for respect this 2 days lockdown. It always comes back to that. Respect what the interim government is saying. My floor, over to you.
Yeah, you're speaking them happy, and I'm smiling because some individual and then they work for La Republique. They try for suffer what people then for down for ground so that they go start a vexing at which kind of fight this. But one good thing be say the true fighters, you know they see them around. You only see them when they come for can attack the enemy. Another one then they under the interim government. When you go for Bamenda Day for below Foncha, some group they work kidnap people, they take money. I want me Ambazonia they know say na this kind people there. Now this Chris Anu them where they don't take revolution tell na their for find money for feed their family there. Your family there for Ghana. It be ready for ship them whether one say na for outside. From the money of Ambazonians. That money is supposed to go down and for fight at them. But what did they do now say I be catch some of them I pay some time. I want for talk, they installed me for background. They've and all this one they now na coup plotters. And I be happy say the interim government don't start to sort out these people then one by one. With past Summer Thomas, all those if you hear kidnapping for Bamenda, now these people them when they dey for diaspora, they work to organize this were innocent picking them for down. They teach them how they feed the extort money from our people them. Boy, they be just woke up for camp for fight war. They don't come out the tell them, hey, go outside. May they come, may they work at chief money, they work at suffer people them for down. Go outside. Oh my. So the issue where one for educate our people them for down and say, be very careful. They don't gonna go kidnap big mommy for La Republique. For can make a me be and say, oh, that terrorists, them. We will never be terrorists. That us 100 times. The international community know who we be and they know what we want. So they know ever can tag we as terrorists. But make a me wanna know for ground say this so. With the whole grass for this side and one time say wanna whole grass for that side. Thank you na plenty.
Thank you. Thank you, Mami Pikin. That's our young Ambazonian. Thank you. Yes, this talk for kidnapping, the thing be so painful to me because people, the way they inside right structures, like we, this interim government under President, I shouldn't say under President Sako, I just say the interim government that we know that is working for Ambazonia. We get LGAs and we get counties. We get a resource mobilization team where they reach out to the people, whether they fund the revolution. That's the right way to do it. Not by suffering our people and kidnapping them and making them bitter against us. That is a fail situation because you make the person bitter and then the person doesn't want to support the struggle anymore. And people, the way they do that one, them now because they don't get a plan. Uh, you mentioned the name of the person that I don't want to mention. He and the family. I hear audio for they call him Oliver Leke. I hear a audio where they used to know him as Phil Marshall. I hear a audio the other day. I just heard only part of it. It just maybe the first one third of it. I just got so bitter, just not, I just didn't want to listen to the rest of it because these are people that have taken money, hard-earned Ambazonia money, and now they turn around and betray the Ambazonia people that gave them the money. You know, he doesn't live in Southern Cameroon anymore. We've heard that he lives in Ghana with his family. The other one we will hear say Naibi be implicated in the kidnapping of Siseko. You know, who knows what they are doing in Ghana with their family? They don't care for the struggle. You know, they don't care. Their net goal is to just enrich themselves, be part of La République du Cameroon. But I always say that is blood money. Any money where you get them, where you know be hard-earned money through just means, it will catch you for neck like Judas Iscariot. That is just what life is they call it karma. It comes back. You may be okay for 1 year, 2 years. Eventually, something will happen to you that you'll be thinking in the back of mind, oh, maybe now that money will be chop now you don't come for catch me today. That's how life is. So enjoy now, but know you will pay for it eventually. All those who are betraying this our journey, you will pay for it. Because there are only two things you can do. If you are tired, just sit back and relax. Let those who are still willing to fight continue to fight. Don't be a deterrent. Don't be somebody who puts blocks on the way for others. Don't do that. Because you put blocks either by stealing the people's money. We get a treasury there where money be frozen now because of legal issues. Because the coup plotters decided to reap where they didn't sow. You know, that is suffering our people. Because this journey, if you were supposed to take 1 year now to finish it, it may take longer because you've held that money there where nobody can have access to the money. That is wrong. That is wrong. So the coup plotters, you know, I eventually always have to come back and talk about them. You know, there are some there that are really were misguided. It's not late, never late to turn around. You know, we see in the Bible, you know, Saul was persecuting the people of God, you know, killing Christians, and then God shined that light for his eye that day where he was blind momentarily, and he opened his eye, became poor, became an avid Christian, you know, preaching the word of God. So it not be too late for those who were misguided by people from the other family, the one from Phil Marshall and the other one here, where you get La Republic sponsored TV. Because you know, surprise when I say when it be in charge of the television, yeah, every now and then you want to do fundraiser for get money. But they don't go for your own place, the TV, no, it don't stand for a long time. Now would they pay for that TV? Well, that's a story for another day. The point I say, people the day way, they don't put a lot of blocks for away. But you know, see this struggle, we don't always use that phrase in our God ordained struggle. We go march forward. We go reach those hurdles, we'll jump over. If in a bridge, we'll go underneath the bridge, whatever, for continue this journey. Because it's a just cause, we be justice there on our side. Whenever there's justice on your side and God on your side, you eventually prevail. So, Maflo, will the end more time? I don't know if you get any other burning thing you want to talk about.
Yes, thank you, Mape. I want for talk say God dey use na shifter now for shifter we dey. Um, if you look am from the time where they arrested Patterson, the revolution dey be metamorphose, e multiply. And then the time where they arrest Sisiku, the revolution not stop. They go one use Sisiku for stop the war, for create government. The revolution e not stop. After that one, they come now, come plan their people there among we, use not only we Southern Cameroon and plan among the interim government. E no still work. If you see am, we put the chair people them for different county them. La Republique Waka buy all of them. The chair of Mezam, the chair of Boyo, the chair of Momo, the chair, all that chair them. They bring up small fighter them. They Waka kidnap people them, take money, they extort money. I remember they kidnap my my brother. They take money from ye. I want for approach the chair, the former chair of Mezam, say, ah ma, they don't kidnap my brother, take it 200 and something thousand. He asked me, say that one I wait see. Then the people then they pay more than that. I listen and I say, people then they pay more than that. People then for ground, somebody move 200 and something thousand, give am for fighter, they say that one small. That was extortion, and all of them today now coup plotter. So God they shifted them, they moved them all small. Now for interim government, I think say the house don't almost be clean. But if you there for inside this interim government when a La Republic plant you dey work at the kidnapping them for home front for get money, you will be exposed. It doesn't matter how long it's gonna take you, you will be exposed. And I dey always talk my owner say, now which history you write down for your pikin them? As Mape they talk about karma, you dey write a very dirty history for your pikin dem, and I dey sorry for that pikin dem with grand pikin dem, because tomorrow when they wan write the history, when they wan read am, your name go comot for inside, and that pikin go be forced for change his surname. So make una be very careful. This kind of family wey e dey work so, dem get pikin dem now and they get grand pikin dem now, and this pikin dem no all comot go abroad. They go dey for day. Even if they go abroad, they go one day come back with that surname, and we go know am say na this family this way e be sell Southern Cameroonian. If you like, gather all the money. Make I tell you, there is nothing that doesn't have an end. Absolutely nothing. Whether na enjoyment wey dey enjoy am o, e go get an end. Whether na evil wey dey commit am o, e go get an end. Whether na whatever thing you do, like this one war, e get an end. Now why we are the advice what people then say, may they be very patient. It be difficult, but I dey plead, say make una be patient, because we no go tire. My pay, make I tell you something. The hardest thing for me now, na for give up this war. That is the hardest thing. The easiest thing for me na for continue. And the hardest thing na for me for she done for house. Say me I no go fight that war again. But I want for talk for anybody, any Southern Cameroon way, e dey for out of Cameroon, e dey for out of Southern Cameroon, you dey for abroad, you dey talk say that one a thing. I don't talk for here now. Anything where you do get an end. They go come where you go face the reality. You go face reality for your front. You go start to talk say abeg, I no be no say war they go on. Okay. All that people they were they don't die while the Republic don't kill them. You go become Jesus Christ or wake up they all for die. Or you pay. If you care, you should don't. But at the back, say me what people there for home front they be vigilant. Small time, we go come up with a strategy. Any group of people they were the harass population in the name of fighters, we go bring up a strategy where the whole village, you go bring that group down. Now so it gave for B now. An eye for an eye. Any group where it dey harass population for any town, any county, any LGA for southern Cameroon, watch out. And any group where it dey try for target the real fighters, watch out. Your day of reckoning is coming. I'm not mixing words because our people at the home front, they have had enough. And this war, it must continue. Anybody wey wan be na a sprint, please comot. Sit down for down. If you want a marathon, join we. Thank you, Mape.
Oh, my Flo, I'd be so happy for you to hear that talk with that fire inside your voice. I really appreciate it. I am just looking forward to that day because from the very beginning, even before I be really joined this struggle officially, where I be there for background, when I be hear this thing about kidnapping, I was so shocked. I said, how come with the fight war people that they get kidnap our own people, them they ask money? You know, I thought it was the enemy doing it. When I say enemy, I mean La Republic. Then for financing, now we own people themselves, they initiate it, they push for it. In those days of the Tapang Ivors and all the like, I couldn't believe it. I said, no, this person is not for this struggle. If you go like that, committing crime against your own people, you're definitely not for this struggle. You don't want the independence. So I'm really glad for yesterday they get some mechanism with this soon for expose these people them. We don't really know one. I call that one what do you call it? Cho Ayaba. I call him the king of kidnappers. I'll say it popularly, publicly, anywhere. And just for that simple fact, say it be involved in things like that, I have no respect for him. Any mommy out there should have no respect for somebody like that who is kidnapping our people. Because the people like that, they just make this struggle go longer and longer. You know, those are people that don't care for you. You know, and the ADC, ADF, they don't want us to get our independence because they are benefiting financially. But now blood money, they go tight for their neck sooner or later. So, my Flo, before we end, there was this bill. I think we'll even talk about this next time we're there on, but just briefly, there was this bill HR 7311, where the House of Representatives for America, they be put them together, and briefly, it says to direct the Secretary of State to develop and submit to Congress a strategy and implementation plan outlining United States efforts to counter the malign influence and activities of the Russian Federation and its proxies in Africa and for other purposes. So we know, say last time we did for this show, I will talk briefly how Russia don't raise up sending tentacles inside Africa. And also we know about that accord where they be signed with La Republic. The reason this one be important, I say, when things like that happen, somehow they affect Southern Cameroons because people that they do that thing, that they look now only into the resources that they for we land. So indirectly, an association, an agreement between Russia and La Republic be something where if it affects our getting our independence, because we don't know what they don't plan for background. We don't know things that they want to do for make sure say we not really finally own the land. We get all those resources and minerals, which is why La Republic is holding down on us. So this bill be very important. Show say we go for fine way for be friends with, for sure, United States of America. We don't do plenty things already for tell La Republic, say La Republic they did for the wrong side. You know, the most recent was that TPS will be granted for Cameroons. Yeah, and although it's for Cameroons, you know, it's the Cameroons, Southern Cameroons and La Republic. They not for say they grant TPS to Ambazonia because right now they don't really consider us as a country because that's what would have happened because the war is in Southern Cameroon. The war is not in La République du Cameroon. So now we from Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, they suffer. Now we get for sick uh, uh, reason for stay for America because we not fit go back for we land. Not be somebody where they stay for Douala or Yaoundé. But I digress. So I bring this point for say America now we friend. We go do many things, starting with this, even this initiative we don't talk for the beginning of the show. So go day this week, a week from this Friday, where we want to tell the world, tell the international community how this war on the ground, what did it do to our people, the atrocities where these people did commit. And also, may we understand as well the end show say, any man we don't tire, just come on you quiet, she don't quiet, and then get that energy for come back. No tire, go join coup plotters for spoiler. Not spoil the soup. Just she don't you quiet. May we continue for brew that soup, cook that soup so that eventually we go all chop. Even you go come back enjoy the soup when you don't get your final freedom, when we don't enter, get the right for rule over our land, experience that beauty for be the owner of the land in every sense of the word. Because right now we own the land, but we need to make it known internationally. When we day inside, we hang our flag for all the cities. Say yes, Ambazonia is ours forever. So Mary, Flo, if you get any closing remarks, if you make an now since we will end more time.
Yes, thank you, Mape. What I go talk for that bill na say it go benefit we because America don't see and say Russia it dey try for raise its tentacles for even though the main thing where Russia want do na say they want for kick France out of Africa. They are doing that to spite France because France na number one papa for Cameroon. So, but may we not look into that one plenty. Make we focus on the goal we will get am. And when we be focused, the international community go see and say we be focused. We be ready for get a country. And secondly, that TPS, I want to encourage all Ambazonian that dey for US, people dem for home where they get picking them for US away, they no get book, when they no get paper, may they encourage them for contact with leadership so that we will help them for go about this issue. If plenty Southern Cameroonian them apply, it go overwhelm the system. And that one go a long way for sure say something be wrong. Wetin dis people dey do for USA when they no be don be like this before. So any Southern Cameroonian wey dey for USA, I dey encourage be for home say una call them say you don apply for that TPS. If you no get book, you don apply am. If you no apply am, contact interim government, they go tell you how to go about it. Because if we sign your book, e go get a lot of power for pass through quick. And mind you, if you want to come for we, you get for sure say you be a bona fide Southern Cameroonian where you dey support this war. Even if you no be the support am, if you can't stand the support now, that one it go a long way for support your application. And secondly, Mape, I don't just get a text. It dey show say they dey watch we, while people that they watch we for home front. Somebody don't talk say kidnap is taking another turn. Talking and doing no action is zero. Kidnap na a job now for here. No be joke. Okay. The issue na say because we don't come for understand say this kidnapping now we own people dey do am. For counteract, it not just been a day's job because we get for form up, come together as Southern Cameroonians for see where kidnapping then dey happen. We go shidon as the defense people for see how we map out this, and the people there for ground they give for help we. The time will come we go send out a number where we'll map out how many kidnapping they take place for 1 week, where the more of the kidnapping in day, and that people there for home front they give for give we, and they give for give we the number of people, the names of people that they kidnap them, so that we go now analyze them, and then we go know how to counteract them. E no go be na just a small thing or ABC. So make people there for home front, may they bear with we. we go see how we do this thing. uh because when we chasing our enemy, but we don't understand say na only we where we dey work for enemy. So I no go read your name. I dey just read now wetin where people somebody for ground don talk am. No, I no dey read your name, I no dey read who say comot, so you no get for be fear. Don't worry. Na just information. No details are not given out. I just want make people they know say this is the heat on the ground. Make people then for diaspora know say now so people then for ground they feel. So that we will be able for help from here. It no be easy, but we go try for do something. No check say we need to do something, we go do something. For now, we dey try for see what we fit do, because that is a vicious attack where people they already kidnap, they don't start, they come out now. They don't start, they come out now. Made all Ambazonia they know said now the kings of the kidnapper this. ADF now the king of the kidnapper. Why they don't now start the spread everywhere. They go for towns, them they work harass people, they work kidnap people. Then all this one and you can slump on the people that they try for fight war. So for sort out this is not gonna be easy, but we will sort it out somehow. We will sort it out. Mabe, our people are
Amen to
suffering,
that. Yeah. The,
and we have to do something about this. The enemy needs to know that we know what they are doing. Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Maflo. There's no problem out there, no matter how difficult the problem is, where if people they sit down and put their heads together, they know find solution. So I'm 100% confident that we'll get the right solution to handle this kidnapping once and for all. And shame on those of you that are part of it. Shame on those of you who know the people that are part of it and you are encouraging it and you're not bringing them to light. Shame on you. You know, they say, see something, say something. You know, don't wait till it touches your own family, because it may someday. And when it touches your family, it could be something that may be life threatening to a loved one. See, if they go kidnap somebody where he be frail, he get, he get history of an illness, which has happened before, where they'll kidnap people after they release that person, the person die because they're not going to take good care of the person. It's life and death. So we must really put a handle on this problem. And I just despise the people that started this all along. I despise Cho Ayaba. I despise ADF, because this struggle for independence, which is a rightful thing, a just thing, they just minimize it by doing something so ugly, so dirty. Again, that bitter money, that sweet money that may be sweet now, will be a bitter money someday. Just keep on doing it. The God that we serve, that God, one day it will be your turn. So, as we end today, I just want to thank everybody for watching, all of our home front, the diaspora, ground one, that we appreciate you. Hopefully, Rachel will be back next week, but if not, we'll let you know. Just remember that you should get what you need to get. Recognize our usual Country Sunday. That will be next Monday, a couple of days from now. And then make sure you get enough things that you need for the next 2 days that you will be off. That's the 19th and the 20th. And the reason behind this lockdown is because we are no longer part of La Republic. Why will you go celebrate something when you've already restored your statehood, which we did in September and October 2017? Why would you want to go and celebrate something that doesn't exist for you anymore. That's just as simple as it is. So stay home and be safe on the 19th and the 20th. And we thank you for watching. God bless you. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Short live the struggle.
Leave the
Thank you so
struggle.
much. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Come on, come on, come on, let's do it now. My baby,